All right.
So the first question actually had two parts to it, and it mainly has to do with state of being.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been feeling that I'm able to embody that frequency, that energy of my future desired self, who in this case is a rap star. That's one of my biggest dreams
All
is
right.
to be a successful rap star one day.
All
And
right. Now, one moment. Let me stop you.
sure.
If rap is your passion, don't add all sorts of insistences or conditions on how that needs to express yourself when you use the word successful.
Okay.
Because the meaning you may be giving that may not be, it may be, but it may not be the meaning that actually serves you. So you are successful when you are simply expressing your passion in any way, shape, or form. Don't necessarily limit it by putting conditions on what you think being a successful rap star looks like for you.
Hmm.
Watch your
Okay.
insistences.
So I'm really glad you said that. Is that maybe my negative ego coming into play, thinking that I
It's mostly your training. It's mostly your training saying, well, this is the only way that that can actually look. Just relax that definition and be open to the idea that there may be other ways in which that can be represented as successful. You don't know.
just because I can't imagine it doesn't mean it's not there's not some higher maybe
You
reality out
use, yes, you use what you can imagine. You use what representation you do have as a way of getting you excited, but you drop that particular representation and stay in the state of being to allow the higher mind to bring you the way that actually works best for you. And it might be what you envision, but it might not be. So don't limit it by insisting on the particular way in which you've been taught to think. Just use it to your advantage to get you excited, but don't insist on that picture because it could happen some other way that could be many times better.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm really glad you said that. It feels like I've heard you say in the past it's about state of being,
Yeah.
and it seems like I keep making my goal or my state of being conditional on.
Yes.
Okay.
On having it to look like a certain thing in order for you to determine that you have been successful. Let me put it to you this way through an example.
Okay.
Let's just say all of a sudden synchronicity, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm just opening your mind up a little bit.
Sure.
Let's say synchronicity suddenly brings you an opportunity to arrive at a children's hospital. And in that children's hospital, you do your rap for those children to allow them to feel more excited, more healthy, more uplifted. Now, what if that's all it turns out to be? Would you not know that you would still be getting absolute joy out of that, even though it's not traditionally what many people would think of as a traditional music career?
Right. Right. No,
So,
I absolutely. Yeah.
all right, so allow for different ways in which you could be of service by expressing your joy and your passion and your gift. I'm not again saying it has to limit itself to any one way. You may be doing it 12 different ways. But the idea is that if you only insist that one way is the way, you will never experience the idea of the 11 other ways it could also be.
That's deep, Bashar. I'm really glad. I it might follow up questions that is like irrelevant now, but I'm trying to process what you just said.
Oh, it's not that difficult. You understand the concept that I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think it comes down to this fear that I have. Actually, I have
Um,
a couple fears, but one is that I'm gonna follow the formula, act on my passion, make music, and then I'm gonna be 40 years old one day, living under a bridge or something, and
Well,
the
that's
other.
extremely interesting that you would pick that kind of a scenario as the logical outcome of following your passion, which means you have a completely contradictory definition of what your passion is all about. Because you're saying, if I follow my passion, something that's not representative of my passion might happen. That's an absolute impossibility. Or even if it did happen physically that way, it would actually be representative of your passion and you wouldn't
Oh
mind
wow.
it. So the idea is to trust that the state of being will express itself through any outcome that is truly representative of your passion, no matter how it looks. What if living under a bridge for a day, a week, or a year actually improved your ability to deliver your rap songs, because now you've experienced a slice of life that allows you to go deeper in the content that you will share with other people? Would that not be part of your passion?
I'm definitely starting to see
Yes.
what you're getting at.
All
That's
right.
very enlightening. Yeah, I guess, and then it goes to another fear that I have of actually making it, big one day, and then it feels like,
Yes.
you
You
know,
can't handle it?
yeah, maybe just like every move I make would be under a microscope, and then,
So what? So what?
yeah,
So
yeah,
what? That's your mantra. So what? Because again, if you understand that you are truly in alignment with your passion,
yeah,
whatever it is that happens is going to be an expression of that and will actually feel correct. Now, if it doesn't feel correct, that gives you the opportunity to examine the fear-based beliefs within you to make sure you actually are following your passion, because maybe you took another course that really wasn't representative of it, and the feeling is guiding you back into the true path for you. Or again, it gives you the opportunity to let go of that fear-based belief so that you can truly feel where you are as being representative of the outcome of your passion.
I feel like on either case of either of those fears, those two extremes, the underlying fear is just embarrassment, or maybe like feeling humiliated or something, making a mistake. So definitely something to
All right, but
put
if you
into.
make a mistake, isn't that something you can learn from and do differently next time?
Right, especially if I define it in the most positive light possible.
Exactly. How you experience anything is how you define it.
Nice.
So I'm not saying you suddenly recognize negative things as positive things. I'm saying you recognize that even when something is generated by a negative experience, you can still get a positive experience from it if you stay in a positive state. Remember, that is one of the stages of the formula. You
Is to
stay in
remain
a
in a
positive state no matter what happens, so you can get the benefit out of it.
right.
Otherwise, you'll only experience the negative side of it by defining it in a negative way. Oh, this shouldn't have happened. I did something wrong. This doesn't belong in my life. I'm not capable. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy, blah, blah, blah.
And then
If
I'm
that's what you
invalidating.
prefer, if that's what you prefer, then that's what you'll get.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. So glad you said that, Bashar. Thank you so much for your time.
It is our passion and our pleasure.
Really
We thank
appreciate
you.
it. Till next time.
Good day.
Good day.
Hi, Bashar. This is Karen again. I've got another question for you, and it is about cats once more. So, you told me in a previous conversation that cats do not reincarnate, but there is something peculiar about my cats. They seem to be connected to one another. Now, my cats are not cats. They truly guide me. They truly help me. They're just magical. And I was wondering, do animals, and then especially cats, have an oversoul, just as we humans have? And the cats that truly take on this mission, maybe, to guide humans, do they come from the same oversoul? Thank you for broadening up my perspective on this. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, cats can have an oversoul. Now, when we said cats don't reincarnate, we say it in the same way that we say nothing actually does, because everything exists all at the same time. And reincarnation is an illusion from the physical perspective. You can create a sensation in physical reality, a perspective from physical reality that one life happens after another. But the idea is that it's simply a connection to things that exist at the same time and share similar frequencies, so that you make that connection and think it's the same being over and over again when it's not. Different extensions of the same oversoul happening from the oversoul's perspective at the same time can play out in linear time-based physical reality as if they're in different times, all connecting back to the same oversoul. So reincarnation is the experience you can have from the physical perspective, but mechanically speaking, there's no such thing for humans, animals, or anything else, because everything exists all at the same time, and you make energetic connections to all these other things to create a linear continuity between them that makes it seem as if reincarnation is the mechanism, when all it is the experience from a particular perspective. But yes, there can be similar vibrations in cats that will be necessary to work with different humans in different ways, or other beings in different ways. That creates a continuity that human may need to experience in order to understand what's going on as the lesson being reflected.
Hi, Bashar.
Good day, good day.
I'm Rem from Sarasota, Florida. How are you doing today?
Perfect, and you?
Good. I'm really good.
All right.
Recently, I've been excited about exploring the Taoist permission slip called Nea Kung and how it relates to the concepts you share with us.
All right. Is it working for you?
One more time.
Is it working for you?
Yes. I'm asking some really interesting questions, I think.
All right.
Practitioners of Nea Kung store energy in the dantian, or the subnavel. Taoist practitioners theorize that that is an optimal place to store energy because of some of the first cells created in conception.
All right.
I was curious why it seems like energy is stored in some places of the body more than others. It seems like the body is entirely comprised of energy, so wouldn't any part of it be receptive?
You can use it that way, but again, because you are experiencing a physical reality and have agreed to abide by the conditions and so-called rules of physical reality and processes that exist in physical reality, you can also diversify and look at things in ways that compartmentalize things that may be a way that works better for some people than others. So you can say, well, because this is the first cell created, I'm going to focus on that as having the ability to store a particular kind of energy for my purposes. So it's really all workable. You can look at it any way you want, but if you've gravitated to some particular perspective like that, there may be a reason for it. And it could be the reason that that is the perspective that will work for you. Or it could be the reason that gets you to ask the question, can't it be done in any part of the body? So you have to determine which answer is true for you with your investigation.
I was also curious about how this relates to, because it seemed to me that it would just be automatic by following the formula.
Yes, it
various
is.
Types of energy.
It is.
How does it mechanically, how does that look?
How does what look? Following the formula?
No. I mean, when does energy get involved in the formula? What is happening with energy in the formula?
Your energy overall is raising its frequency so that you can become a more sensitive receiver and an antenna to higher frequency information from the higher mind, from spirit, from other dimensional beings that can help guide you in figuring out what techniques, what permission slips work best for you.
Okay. And so there's another thing too, like the idea that where attention goes, chi flows, and attention is the first primary factor, and then chi is a secondary factor.
Yes, well, the idea is exactly the same thing as acting on your passion. That's your focus. And when you act on your passion, all the energy of your being goes into becoming the driving engine, the organizing principle, the path of least resistance. That's the same thing in different terms.
Oh, okay. And is intention related to attention?
When you follow your passion, where else would your attention be?
But I mean, intention.
Where else would your intention be? If you're following your passion, you simply don't have an intention to do anything else at that moment. That's what we mean by it becomes the driving engine.
How do you discern intention from expectation?
Expectation in its negative sense is insistence.
Okay. So intention is just positive expectation.
Intention is just it's just the way you focus your energy by following your passion. Yes.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
My last question is, what happens when we get goosebumps? Let's say we hear a meaningful speech or there's a change in music. What causes goosebumps for us in that way?
You are aligning with the frequency and all of your little antennas perk up.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. That's all.
You are very welcome. Have a good day.
You also.
Hi Bashar, it's Dami from Israel. Can you tell us more about the moon, the way it changes monthly when it's getting half full and then getting smaller? I suppose that every cycle has its own energy. So can you tell us how can we use this energy that the moon gives us in every cycle so we can benefit our lives? And also, how does it connect to the women's monthly period? Thank you.
Well, energetically, they are deeply connected with the vibrations of emotionality. So you can explore different aspects of your emotionality during the different cycles of the moon. If you're asking for a physical explanation, well, you can look that up on your own in your internet because it's easily understood why there are different phases of the moon with regard to its position in its orbit around your Earth relative to the sun. But the idea energetically is that you can use it to gauge the idea of energy within your physical and emotional systems to represent the idea of the waxing and waning of life, birth, death, so on and so forth, in any way, shape, or form that you desire to use it according to the permission slip that you've attracted to use and the definitions that you apply to that particular permission slip. So we leave that up to you, but it's strongly connected to the vibrations of your emotionality and your physical cycles because it represents the whole idea in and of itself of cycles in physical reality, of light and dark and in between.
Hello, Bashar. Nice to speak with you again.
And to you, good day.
So I spoke with you some months ago, and you suggested one thing for me to do is to get an animal companion.
Yes.
And I said that I travel too much. And I thought I was going to stay somewhere, but I started traveling again, and I kind of just enjoy it too much. Is there a way that I can just interact with the pets and animals I meet along the way?
Absolutely. Animal companions don't have to necessarily live with you all the time. You can trade them out per location.
Okay. What I noticed about the animals that kind of made a difference is how cats can kind of come and they want affection and then they go away.
Yes.
Is that sort of what you were suggesting? It's like you don't always need it, it just comes and goes?
Correct. And cats are very adept at sensing exactly what you need and sensing when you don't need it.
Yeah. So about the subject of traveling, I really wish to keep traveling a lot.
All right, we'll keep doing so.
Though I also thought about buying land as an investment in a place that really feels like somewhere I keep coming back to.
All right, well, you can do both, you know.
I'm not sure if I feel excited about it because it feels like a lot of work, and my main motivation is kind of financial, so I don't know.
All
if
right,
it's
stop. You have to examine whether or not you're dampening the excitement with your negative definitions, because when you say, well, I'm not sure if I feel excited about it, then obviously you don't feel excited about it. And the idea is that you have to determine whether or not you're killing the excitement with your definitions or whether it's truly not your excitement. So you have to have honest self-investigation about all the things you think that buying land is going to do that will bring you down to a level where you won't enjoy your life, and find out if those definitions are actually true or if you're just buying into things that have nothing to do with what could actually be experienced by you. So when you do that, you will know clearly whether or not buying land is truly representative of your passion or not. And if it does turn out to be representative of your passion, then by definition, buying land would never interfere with any other expression of your passion like traveling. They would work harmoniously together.
Thank you. That's very clear.
All right.
Is there anything I can personally do to accelerate the open contact besides following the formula and what I'm already doing?
No.
Okay. I've had this idea to make an open contact festival or retreat or restival specifically for those who are excited about ET contact.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And since that's an expression of following your passion, that's what will accelerate the possibility.
Okay. But is there anything specific about that you'd suggest?
Do what you believe needs to be included as long as it's in alignment with your true passion.
Okay.
It will be exactly what it needs to be.
I also want to expand my audience and share more of my gifts. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Can you put yourself farther out? Can you advertise yourself broader?
Yeah, maybe I need an assistant for that because it's kind of challenging.
All right. Allowing yourself to attract an assistant can be representative of your passion. We're not saying you have to do every single aspect of something you're passionate about. Attracting someone to help you can be part of your passion.
Okay. Mm, I often get caught in like comparison with other channelers and energy workers and astrologers, and I
When
feel
you
like
say you get caught, what do you mean?
I compare myself, or I think that I'm not good enough, or
You have no business comparing yourself to anyone. You're unique, they're unique. You cannot compare yourself to anyone. It doesn't work. So you have no business doing so.
okay. Um,
Do it the way that works for you.
okay. Um, so I have a question about like moving too fast in life. I feel like I move really fast and I really love it. And it's
Then slow down into your true pace, and you will move as fast as you can possibly go. Sometimes you have to slow down to go faster. If you are moving fast truly because you love it, then that's one thing. But if you're moving fast because you're desperate to think that you might miss something or won't accomplish something, then you're doing it out of fear and it's not your true pace. Your true pace will feel fast enough when you align with it.
okay.
So again, always examine why you're doing what you're doing in the way you're doing it. If you're doing it because you think you're going to miss something, then that tells you you're doing it from a negative fear-based reason. Slow down and trust that the way your life unfolds and the rate at which it unfolds is perfect. When you find the true pace, it will feel absolutely correct, and everything that happens will fall into place in perfect timing. Remember, it's not about time, it's about timing.
And what about if I have a lot of like desires or cravings for like coffee or cacao, things that make me move faster?
Again, you have to examine why you're doing that. Because again, if you're doing it for negative fear-based reasons, it's not going to work for you and it will burn you out. What's your hurry? What is your hurry?
I don't know. I just want to accomplish as much as I can and experience.
What is your hurry? Do you not understand? Do you not understand that if you actually are synchronized with your perfect timing, that you will by definition accomplish everything that you actually chose to accomplish in this life? But that paradoxically, if you actually force yourself to hurry up and rush ahead, you actually will miss several of the things you wanted to accomplish because you won't be in the present, which is where they need to happen. You'll be rushing ahead, thinking of the future, hurrying up to be somewhere you're not, instead of being where you actually are, which would allow things to manifest much more quickly. Because things can't manifest when you're not present. So sometimes, again, as we say, you may need to slow down a little bit in order to actually help things move ahead more quickly.
That's very clear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have thoughts on polyamory?
Whatever it is that someone is attracted to do that is in agreement by consensus with everyone else, as long as there is clear communication about what is going on with everyone so that they are making a conscious choice in those arrangements, then that's fine.
Is there a way to kind of transcend jealousy in those settings, or is that always a part of our human experience?
No, it is not. Jealousy means you think you're missing something, that you're not getting what you need. It is a poor me situation. I'm deprived definition.
Right.
So you're not trusting the way your life unfolds, and you're not actually living your passion.
Yeah. I finally met somebody who feels like a good match, but since that happened, it feels like I've like lost a lot of my desire. It's almost like I was more into the chase than actually having. I don't know if there's any way that I can really drop in.
Then do an investigation about what it is you actually got out of that and the reasons for why you experienced it in the way that you did. You need some honest self-investigation about why you choose to do the things you do. So take some time to do that. Don't be in a hurry to do anything else other than figure out why you do what you do. That's what will help you the most.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
when people exchange sexual energy or even kiss, some people say that there's like a DNA transfer and that people take on energy from others. To what extent is that true, and how long does that energy stick around?
The idea is you are simply matching frequencies with the other being, and it sticks around as long as you desire to match frequencies with them. And then when you
That's what I
change your
thought.
frequency,
Some people are very dogmatic about that.
I understand.
Do you have any perspective on the importance of gay, lesbian, and bisexual people and other queer people in that planetary evolution or ascension?
It is important for the evolution on your planet because it shows people on your planet that there are many different ways to express the soul and love.
And on individual levels, is there something more significant that we can cultivate?
Well, it can be. Yes, it can be, but we're going to leave that up to every individual who experiences it.
That was all of my questions, too. You answered
All right,
every
good
single
timing.
one.
Thank you very
You're
much.
amazingly synchronistic, and I love you so much.
We love you unconditionally. Please move forward in your life in the best possible way for you, paying attention to why you do what you do. That's all you need to do.
Okay. I hope to meet you soon. I hope that all of our extraterrestrial friends can land and we can have a big party.
Someday that will be possible.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Bashar.
You are welcome.